Thank you.
Thank you very much. Maybe I'll take two. There is a young man there with a good hairstyle. Let's talk to him. And then one of the ladies here with a very nice dress.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. My name is Benson Kuria. As you can see, I'm a youth. I'm a beneficiary of the voluntary service. I came through Sally Klauswald. She's one of the Kenyans who are sensitizing Kenyans online on ways to migrate to Germany, physically, not online. And I came here, I did my FSJ, and now I'm doing my Ausbildung. But, Mr. President, I would say we are going through a lot of challenges as youth. I hope we have some youth here. Coming here, it's difficult. As you said, you are having partnership with the German government. But the academic credentials, as you said, Mr. President, they are very different than our school system. My first question is, what are the conversations that you're having to make our school system kind of the same with the German system? So when we are translating our documents, our Anerkennung, our work credentials, that they are accredited here, that we are given the same chances as the Germans who are here. Because you are starting from scratch. As they said, you are going through a lot of stress as men. We've studied back in Kenya, we have our degrees, you come here, you're told you have to start again. And on my second question, I will say thank you so much, Mr. President. As you said, you are weeding out some of the problems that have been there, and thank you so much for appointing our new ambassador. We have been given a chance, which we never had in the previous leadership. We'll say we have to be honest, that we are here and we are able to address our issues. And we are asking as the youth, can you incorporate us here in Germany, for example, as immigrants, that we have accessibility to the labor department. Yeah, when we want to work, we have our credentials to be signed. Yeah, education system also. We are not given the chance to get close so our issues can be heard. What are you doing about that also here in Germany as you work in Kenya? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, I had a meeting this morning with the labor agents, and actually those two issues came up, that some of the Kenyans who come here, you have qualified, but when you come here you are told you're taken back a year, and you're told go back to school and do this, and it is because we didn't have a framework. Now we do. And in fact, one of the issues that actually two issues I raised with the German Chancellor was, how do we have mutual recognition of skills? And it is provided for under this agreement. We will now work on how does a plumber in Kenya, an engineer in Kenya, a nurse in Kenya, how do we make sure that they have the same qualification, so that when you come from Kenya as a nurse, it is already recognized that if you are licensed as a nurse in Kenya, it is the same licensing that can get you into the German space. So those are the Chancellor, by the way, told me that they are also having problems on their side. They have like 230 institutions that license different categories, and they are also trying to see how to harmonize. So it's not only a challenge on our side, but it's also a challenge on the German side. But you know, this agreement now creates the ecosystem for us to sort out these challenges. In the past, there was no framework. Now we have a joint committee of officials, high-level officials from Germany and high-level officials from Kenya to look at some of the issues that you have raised. You have said, Mr. Kuria, that you want to be involved. You know, you want to be. The other issue was education. How do we also facilitate continuous training, making sure that you can improve on your skills, you can enhance your skills? And one of the organizations that we met this morning was actually saying they are going to provide that opportunity. They already have offices in India because there is a big market. Talent Orange. There is a group called Talent Orange and others. So I think now that we are having this conversation, it will become much more easy because we are now organized. And hopefully we can be able to support you better. Yes, Madam, you have something to say?
Thank you. So my name is Dr. Rahab Njeri from the University of Cologne. I am a historian, community and scholar activist, and I sit currently in a position that has never been in the history of Germany in a university. So I am the first, as people would like to say, one of the first, and I cannot be one of the first if it's not because of the work of the community, our Kenyan communities, especially the women who have done a lot. So one of my mothers is there. So I always say my doctor title belongs to our community, and I come from Cologne, from Cologne. So I am bringing questions from my generation because I think I came here as a very young girl. I've gone here to school, I've studied here, I've taught here, and I work at the administration in a German university. So one of the questions is, especially when it comes to the diaspora, the voices of the diaspora, the young diasporans living here, and I think that this has also been mentioned. We understand the language, we know the system. How are they going to get involved? Because sometimes we have a feeling it's a couple of people who are involved in the diaspora talks, but not everyone from the diaspora, not everybody who is a Kenyan gets involved in these talks. So how are we going to deconstruct those power hierarchies that are actually there, making sure the older generation, for instance, are not involved in these talks? So that's one of my questions. How is that going to be implemented in the diaspora desk or even in the diaspora engagement? And the other one is in concern of labor mobility, and these are questions that I'm bringing from NRV. So one of the questions that has been asked a lot is, how is Kenya and the German government going to build sustainable structures for our brothers and sisters coming to work in this country? What is the Kenyan government going to do? And what is the German government doing about it? And how is that going to be implemented? And most importantly, who are the people doing the implementation? So those were my two questions.
Thank you very much, Njeri. You have raised concern about involvement. I think this is something that had come up earlier. Involvement of young people, involvement of people who are coming into Germany now. I'm told that there is a small problem between the diaspora organization, but this is purely a diaspora people's challenge here. You need to sit down amongst yourselves and sort yourselves out. I mean, honestly, you know, we would, you know, if we came as government and imposed on you people, it would be wrong. I mean, you people need to sit down, you know, and organize yourselves. And I want to ask the ambassador here, please, if they need a forum, if they need a place, provide a place for these good people to sit down and organize themselves. It would be very good if we have the people who said they have been here